Hi everybody, my name is Erica. I'm going to be leading you through a stress relief yoga class today. So if you were with me on Friday, a lot lower energy of a class, but still very much a vinyasa style where we're going to be tying in our movement with our breath. So just as a reminder to always listen to your body, and if you have any existing medical conditions, make sure you check with your doctor before you start any exercise regimen. So today, we're going to start on our backs. So lay flat on your back. You're going to separate your feet to mat width distance apart. Let the knees fall together, and we'll place our arms nice and wide out at our sides. Palms face up. And if you're comfortable closing the eyes, try closing the eyes here. We're just going to take some breaths here and some stillness. See if you can feel the breath as it passes in and out through the nostrils. If you want a bit more opening in the shoulders and across the chest, try taking the arms overhead, grabbing opposite elbows. We'll take a few more breaths here. And if you ever take a variation that doesn't feel quite comfortable, you can always take a step back, bringing the arms back down by your sides. If you have the arms overhead, bring them down by your sides now. And gently turn your head so you're looking out over your right shoulder. Working with the neck a little here. Slowly lift the head back to center and turn to look over the left shoulder. Same thing, nice and slow, up and over to the right shoulder. And back over to the left. Turn the head to look back up towards the ceiling. And we'll draw both knees in towards our chest, feet side by side, and we'll hold on right below the knees. If this is uncomfortable for your knees for any reason, you can hold on to the back of the thighs instead. We want to pull the thighs nice and close to body. Knees to chest is great for aiding in digestion. And we're also lengthening the vertebrae in the low back. Take a few more breaths here. Gently release your hold, bring in feet to mat and arms at your sides. Draw just the right knee in towards the chest. Take your right hand and grab the tops of the toes. We're going to extend this leg up towards the ceiling, pressing out through the heel. If the hamstring's really tight, the knee can stay bent. Otherwise, work to extend the leg fully. I want you to choose a position where you can take nice, full, deep breaths. If the breath is staggered, I want you to ease up, maybe put a slight bend in the knee. slowly release your grip on the toes and cross the ankle into figure 4. So ankle crosses over the left knee. If you look down at your legs, it should look like an upside down 4. If you're feeling enough sensation in the hips now, you can stay here. If you want a little more sensation, float the left foot off the mat. Keep the feet flexed and ankle in line with the knees. You can thread the arms through and hold on to the back of the left thigh. Keep your focus on your breath. Gently release, returning both feet to the mat. Left knee draws in towards the chest, take a hold of the toes, and extend the leg up towards the ceiling. Gently release and cross into figure 4, ankle over knee. If you floated the foot on the mat on the opposite side, do the same here, ankles in line with knees. Gently return both feet to the mat. Again, we'll draw both knees in towards the chest. Place your arms out at shoulder height, and we'll gently let the knees fall to the right side of the body into a reclined spinal twist. And we want our knees to be in line with our lower ribs, and we'll gently turn our head to the left. Draw the knees back to center. Let them fall over to the left and head to the right. Completely roll over to the left side of your body and gently press yourself up to a seated position. Nice, slow movements. Come into a comfortable cross-leg position with hands at your sides. For the 3-part breath variation, we'll break our inhale up into 3 parts, filling belly, ribs, and chest. And we'll hold at the top just for a moment and exhale everything smoothly out the mouth. So we'll start on an exhale, draw all the breath out of the body. Inhale through the nose, filling the belly, the ribs, the chest, hold at the top, and exhale out the mouth. Again, fill belly, ribs, and chest, hold, Exhale. Last time, filling up the belly, filling the ribs, filling the chest, holding, and release. Slowly drop your chin to chest. Keep a length in the spine. And lift your head to look forward. Take your right hand over to your left shoulder and gently press that shoulder down and let your head fall to the opposite side. We'll hold for a few breaths here. Lift the head through center and place hand at your side. Left hand comes across, let the head fall over. Lift head through center and hand at your side. Slowly drop the chin back to the chest. Start neck circles in a clockwise direction. We're going to give quite a lot of time here, about 30 seconds in each direction. So if you find a space that feels particularly tight, hang out there for a few seconds. Let the muscle relax before you finish the circle. Got about another 10 seconds. So finish up the circle that you're on. And then rest with chin to chest. Slowly begin circles in the counterclockwise direction. Hanging out for a bit in those particularly tight areas. Try closing the eyes if they're not already closed. Last 10 seconds or so, finish up this last circle and rest with chin to chest. Place your hands on your knees and round the spine. Now lift the chest, arching the spine, gazing up towards the ceiling, and we'll return to the round, chin to chest. Inhale as you lift and arch the spine. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. One more time. Breath in and breath out. Come into a tabletop position on the hands and the knees, wrists under shoulders, and knees under hips. With an inhale, lift your right arm up to the ceiling. On the exhale, we'll thread the needle, so threading it through the space on the left, dropping down to the elbow or all the way to the shoulder, head to mat. slowly press yourself back to tabletop. Use your inhale to lift the left arm and your exhale to thread the needle. Again, slowly lift yourself back to tabletop. And we'll drop the elbows down to puppy. So elbows to the mat where the hands were, palms face down. Let the head hang heavy. And make sure you're lifting out of the shoulders, keeping them nice and active, drawing the belly in. Now press to child's, hips all the way down to the heels. Keep the toes together but the knees separated, and bring your forehead to mat. If child's pose is uncomfortable for your knees or hips, you're more than welcome to stay in puppy pose. You still get the nice lengthening in the spine. If you're in child's and like a little more sensation for the shoulders, try turning the palms to face one another and then bringing the hands together. From here, we'll bend the elbows so fingertips face up towards the ceiling. Try bending the elbows, lower the hands back down to the mat, and slowly rise back to tabletop, hands and knees. Extend the right leg behind you, pointing through the toes, heel in line with hip. Again, we're still lifting out of the shoulders and keeping the belly nice and active. Lift up to the fingertips. Give me a crunch, so I round the spine, drawing knee to my chest, and step the foot through into lunge, ankle underneath. If the foot doesn't get into alignment, manually grab that foot and place ankle below the knee. Now for some stability here, we want to energetically draw our thighs together towards the midline of our body. All muscles drawn towards the midline to keep us nice and stable. Draw the breath in through the nose and lift the arms overhead. Exhale out through the mouth, bringing the hands back down to the floor. We want to move nice and slow here as if we're moving through water. Drawing the breath in. And exhaling, hands to mat. Again, breath in. And breath out. Lift just the right arm up to ceiling, into twist, drawing belly in, gaze is up towards the upraised hand. If for any reason your neck is uncomfortable here, you can turn the head and look down towards the toes instead. Slowly lower hand to mat. From here, tuck the left toes onto the mat. We'll lift left knee off the mat as we lift the hips. We'll lower the knee and uncurl the toes. We'll tie this movement in with the breath. Inhale as toes tuck and knees lift. Exhale as knee lowers and toes uncurl. Last time, breath in, toes tuck, knees and hips up. Exhale to lower. Extend the right leg long behind you, point through the toes, keep that leg active, and return to tabletop. hands flat. Round the spine into cat pose, tucking chin to chest. And lift and arch into cow, gaze is up. Few more times at your own pace, rounding and lifting. Stick with this for about another 10 to 15 seconds. As you lift and arch, draw the breath in. And as you round, exhale. Find stillness in your tabletop position. Extend left leg behind you, pointing through the toes. Lift up to the fingertips. Give me a crunch, knee to chest, round that spine. Step the foot through to lunge. Legs are energetically drawing together. Inhale through the nose, arms up. Exhale out the mouth, hands down. Breath in. Breath out. Last time, deep breath in and slow breath out. Left arm lifts to the ceiling into twist, gaze is up. Lower hand down to the mat. Inhale as you tuck right toes and lift the knee. Exhale as you drop the knee and uncurl the toes. 2 more times. Breath in, knee lifts, send the chest forward. Exhale to lower. Last time, breath in and breath out. Extend the left leg long behind you. Keep that leg active, toes pointed, and return to tabletop. Hands flat. Settle into child's pose, hips to heels, arms extended down the length of the mat. We'll take a few breaths here. Slowly find your tabletop position. Step your right foot up into lunge, so ankle below the knee. Get the left knee off the mat, so tuck the toes, lift the knee, and step up to half lift. So left foot steps up to meet the right, bring hands to about knee height, and flatten the back. Gaze is down towards the mat. If the hamstrings feel pretty open, you can slide the hands down to make sure the back stays nice and flat. Belly's drawing in. And let's gently bend one knee and then the other, switching back and forth. Find some stillness with both legs straight. Bend just the left knee and lift the right arm up to ceiling into twist. Gaze is up, belly in. Take some deep breaths into your chest. And on your next exhale, lower the hand down and straighten the legs. This time, right knee bends and left arm lifts. Gaze is up. Use your exhale to come back to half lift. Lower to forward fold, so gently bend the knees, drop belly to thighs, arms and head hang heavy. We'll take ragdoll here, so we'll grab opposite elbows. Shake the head a few times, yes and no. And I want everyone to shift the weight a little bit forward into the balls of the feet. Release your grip so arms hang heavy, and one vertebrae at a time we'll round our spine up to standing. Nice and slow. Let chin come up from the chest last. Give me a deep breath in through the nose, lift the arms overhead. Exhale out the mouth into forward folds, belly to thighs. And inhale as you round the spine back up to standing. Try to draw the inhale out until you make it all the way back to the top. And exhale. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale as we rise to standing. Exhale at the top. Last time, deep breath in. Slow breath out. And we inhale to standing. Lower your gaze down towards your mat. Take one hand to your belly and one to your chest. Close the eyes and take a few breaths here with yourself. Lower the arms down by your sides, look forward, deep breath in, arms up. Exhale to forward fold, belly to thighs. Rise to half lift, hands to shins, back is flat. We'll step back into plank, so bend your knees so you can plant your hands on your mat and step back into a traditional plank pose. We're gonna hold for a few breaths here. Spread the fingers nice and wide, lift out of the shoulders, core is active. Don't hold your breath. Nice and slow, we're gonna lower all the way down to the belly, elbows close to body. Drop the knees first if you want a little ease. Uncurl the toes so tops of feet to mat. We'll bring our arms along the sides of our body, palms face up. Let your head turn to one side so you can rest on your cheek. Just take a few breaths here. Gently turn your head to the opposite side, resting on your cheek. From here, bring your chin to the mat, and we'll bring our arms underneath our head for a bit of support, elbows bent. For a frog variation with the right knee, we're gonna bend it, keeping it tracking along the floor. The more you raise the knee up towards the face, the more you're gonna open the hip, so it's up to you how much or how little sensation you wanna create. When you find a place you want to hang out for a bit, you could try turning your head to one side. We'll just give a little time here for the hips to loosen up, about 30 seconds or so. Slowly begin to straighten the leg, and we'll switch sides, so left knee bends. If you had your head turned to one side, try turning it to the opposite side. Slowly straighten the leg, so legs are side by side. And gently lift your chest off the mat, placing elbows under shoulders, palms face down. Take your right hand and cup your chin. Left hand's going to cup the back of the head. For the neck stretch, we're gently pressing up with the right hand, gently pulling down with the left. Gently release to switch sides. This time left hand cups the chin, right hand to the back of the head. Gently release. Place both hands on the back of the head and gently tuck the chin down towards the chest. Release the head so you can look forward. Bring chest back down to mat, hands under shoulders, and press to child's pose, hips to heels. We'll take a rounded child's pose this time. Arms along the sides of the body, palms face up, and forehead to mat. Let the shoulders melt down towards the floor. Slowly bring yourself to a tabletop position. Hands in the knees. Begin to lean forward so shoulders come out over the wrist. Lower down to the belly, elbows close to body, flat to mat. Lift the chest to baby cobra. So we're using the strength in our core, no pressure in the hands here. And press to child's, hips to heels. Inhale as you rise to tabletop. Exhale as you lean forward and find the belly. Inhale, chest lifts, baby cobra. Exhale to child's, hips to heels. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale to lean forward, find the belly. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale to child's. Stay in child's here for a few breaths. You can take any variation of child's you prefer, whether that was from the beginning of the class with elbows bent. You can take rounded with arms by your sides. Try a few out, see what's most comfortable, and take a few breaths there. Slowly rise to a seated position and swing your legs out front so they're down the length of your mat. We'll start with our feet flexed. Lift the arms overhead, drop chin to chest, and round the spine into rounded back stretch, lowering the hands to the knees, elbows pointing out to the sides like elephant ears. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. This is a great stretch for the spine, the base of the neck, all the way down to the tailbone. If you can't take deep breaths here, I want you to ease up just a little bit. Few more breaths, make them nice and deep. Slowly lift the spine upright. Place your hand on either sides of your hips. Find a little length through your spine for the counter stretch, and then relax to neutral. Bend the right knee, placing the foot on the mat. We've done a lot of hip openers today, so if you want a bit more hip opening in your spinal twist, you can try crossing the foot over. If you cross the foot over and your right hip lifts off the mat, come back to foot on the opposite side. Left arm's going to wrap onto that bent knee, and we'll spinal twist to the right, placing the right hand directly behind us, gazing over right shoulder. Keep a length in the spine, keep belly drawing in. Use your next exhale to gently unwind, coming out of the twist and straightening the leg. Left knee bends. Cross the foot over if you did so on the opposite side. Right arm holds on this time. Open the twist and gaze to the back of the mat. Use your exhale to slowly unwind and come back through center. Straighten the leg. From here, make sure you're sitting in the center of your mat if you're not there already. Bend the knees and plant your feet to the mat. Put your hands on the back of your thighs and slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time until you're flat on your back. Straighten your legs down the length of the mat. Draw the right knee in towards your chest. Take a hold below the knee and pull the thigh nice and close to body into Appanasana. Gently release the leg back onto mat. Draw left knee into the chest, same thing, thigh close to body. Both feet flexed. Gently release, leg onto mat. Draw both knees into chest to finish Appanasana, feet side by side, holding on below the knees. Again, if that's uncomfortable for the knees, you can hold on to the backs of the thighs. And this time, let's find a little bit of movement, gently rocking side to side. Find some stillness with knees and center. Grab a hold to the outer edges of your feet, and we'll lift the feet to happy baby. So soles the feet up to the ceiling. Draw the knees out to armpits and knees down to floor. Keep the ankles in line with the knees. And you can find a little bit of movement here too if you like to rock side to side. Bring both knees to meet back in center. Place hands on the back of your thighs and extend both legs up towards the ceiling. Maybe flex and point the feet a few times, and we'll hang out here for about 30 seconds for our inversion today. If the legs get tired, you can gently bend the knees, drawing the thighs closer in towards the body. Still getting the benefits of the inversion. A nice rush of fresh oxygenated blood to our heads, helping to calm our nervous system and induce a bit of relaxation. Bring your focus back to your breath. slowly bend the knees, drawing them in towards the chest. Let the knees fall to the right side of body, into reclined spinal, arms at shoulder height, and head to the left. This is our last pose before final resting pose, so it's a great time to close the eyes. Draw the knees back to center, let them fall over to the left and head to the right. Draw the knees to center for the last time. Wrap your arms around your legs, pull them close to your body. Lift your head to meet your knees. Take a nice deep breath in, hold it at the top. And on the exhale, release the body, laying flat on the mat. Separate the legs and arms nice and wide. Let the toes fall out, palms face up, and eyes closed. Focus comes back to the breath. Following the rhythmic, repetitive rise and fall of your chest. Separate your jaw, relax your brow, drop your tongue from the roof of your mouth. The core of your true self is never lost. Let go of all the pretending and the becoming you've done just to belong. Curl up with your rawness and come home. You don't have to find yourself. You just have to let yourself in. Begin to deepen your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Welcome movement back to your body. Slowly roll over to the right side of your body and take a moment of stillness on your side. Maybe using your arm for a pillow. Keeping your eyes closed, slowly press yourself up to a seated position. Once you're seated, take a nice deep breath in through your nose, filling up as much as you can, holding at the top, and exhaling slowly out through the mouth. Take a second to thank yourself and thank your body for getting you through this practice. And I thank you for letting me lead you on this practice today. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're looking to practice with me other times during the week, you can find me every Friday at 10 and every Sunday at 11. Thanks so much.